We're recording.
I can't wait to get my birthday present. Yay, my birthday present. Yay, my birthday present.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast. If you're not familiar, this is your weekly podcast, minute-by-minute breakdown, 1986 movie.
Oh, this is some good energy we're bringing.
Guys, this is our Law Enforcement Appreciation Edition because it is episode 50, everybody. And
I wondered where you were going with that.
we've delivered 50-ish hours of fun and entertainment. I mean, maybe that's presumptuous, but...
we have delivered at least hours of entertainment.
That's right, that's right. Or hours of something.
It exists.
And maybe it's not entertainment. Depends on your opinion.
I think it is. I don't know why you're going down this path.
Hey, self-deprecation is just what we do best.
Yeah, that's true.
But this, no reason to be self-deprecating because we've got a huge episode, ladies and gentlemen. Loads of special guests. Our house band tonight to celebrate the 50th episode is Canadian super legends Kick Axe. We've got special guest Norman Alden, the voice of Kranix.
We do.
Michael Bell, the voice of Sideswipe. Susan Blue is
So
RC.
you've decided to just disappoint everyone with this.
And of course, we've also got our fabulous co-hosts. Please introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
I am Ryan.
And I'm confused.
Okay, well, obviously I'm lying to cover up the embarrassment that I feel, the fact that we didn't prepare anything for episode 50.
Well,
There's a lot of text messages, some of them heated, but these date back months. We've had plenty of time, but we just didn't.
But we did release a 49 and a half.
whoo!
And for, as a kind of a lead up to it, and all I can say is that it was a good idea that ended up being an attempt probably to get out of work. And
Poor Ryan. Let's talk about the clip show.
It was opposite.
Hours of work into it.
I'm so sorry I even ever suggested it because, it was quite a slog. Oh, man. I mean, these guys listened to, some of the episodes to get some notes, but I decided to go ahead and listen to them all.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he
Holy
couldn't trust
shit.
us. I maybe listened to 4 episodes.
And made notes on it, and then that Saturday before the release, I basically spent 16 hours cutting it all together.
That's insane.
And most of it was organizational. Like, cutting it together took maybe an hour. But I had to organize it. And I still fucked it up because I didn't listen to the finished file because I was like, I couldn't listen to our
worn out.
I couldn't listen to our stupid fucking voices anymore.
You did a hard. I like at the end.
You
of
hit
it,
a wall.
Yeah, you could tell because at the end it was like we just stopped talking about a section and it was like.
Because what happened?
Cut right into the outro music. Done.
I did listen to it this week, and I only made 2 actual mistakes. One was when Caleb, you were talking about the potions. I cut that way short. There was more because Aaron talks about.
We talked a lot about the potions.
Yeah, I fixed that because I put in
Okay.
Space Wizards because I wanted that part in there. So I fixed that, and then there was an outro of Casey that was at the end that I guess I just left out.
No, it was funny because it was just like we're talking, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna have a Casey outro, but it's like I just thought at that point I was like, oh,
it was a little abrupt.
It was.
But at that point, I knew the work you'd put in, and I didn't want to be like,
he's done.
this feels a little like an abrupt ending.
Not at all.
Well, thank you for putting that together,
Yeah.
Ryan. And just
it's
a little context for everybody. Like the reason that we didn't even put that together to buy us time necessarily to come up with something for the 50th episode. We just couldn't make our schedules work for the first time in 50 episodes, and so
we just had to do something.
Even this recording today, which is what the hell is today?
The third?
This is coming out the 4th.
Yeah.
You're getting the freshest tent now, baby.
Ryan's got more work ahead.
I gotta cut this afternoon.
Damn it.
But yeah, and I have fixed the clip show, so for anyone who either hasn't listened to it or was like, I mean, you don't have to. It's 2.5. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and I have 2 more hours that I didn't put in. of content that I'll release at some point. Most of it is impressions we're doing, and then the other hour is some more script deviations.
I think the art of editing is something we, I guess, lack.
No.
Every moment's so
I think
good.
he's a good editor. It's just there was nothing logged, and there's so much shit to like.
Well, I don't mean his editing ability. Like, part of the editing craft is also the selection of the content.
We are talking about
Sometimes you gotta kill it.
plus hours.
Well, thanks for doing it.
Yeah, thank you. That's a lot of work. I envision maybe. I'd say, obviously after we've run this cycle of talking about the movie, there will be opportunities to curate certain
Well, I was thinking after we're done, I'd cut
together.
together all the script deviations maybe, and stuff like that, something like that.
Well, let's not forget that...
Actually, that would be cool to just hit the script deviations front to back. It's like its own little radio play.
Totally. Let's not forget about our sponsor, Bro Cells.
Did we get another payment?
Where we sell good.
That's really stretching that $5 in dimes that he gave
Upwards
us.
of 25 cents per appearance.
Before we get into the episode recap, I've got an interesting shout out this week from our old friend, DaBearsRule
Yeah.
76.
Yay, DaBears.
And this is another one where I can't quite figure out the source of the content. But
I'm going to try without Googling it.
Yeah.
Give it a
Well,
shot.
so his headline is, let's see that if anybody knows this, you do. I'm going to mess up the pronunciation. Die Spien.
Yeah, let me see it written.
German.
Let me see it written
Well, I don't
down.
want to. I've got the translation right here.
Oh,
it's German for spider. Die Spien.
Oh, okay.
And then the quote is, "I have been and shall always be your friend."
Oh, we've already done this.
You're joking that you don't know what that is, right?
No, we haven't done this.
Oh, I thought that's totally Spock's last words.
Yeah,
on
it's from Star Trek 2.
That's when he's dying
I
in the
know,
reactor.
Good job.
So
you were being
I don't like the
sarcastic.
misdirections in this
Sorry, I
episode.
apologize.
Good lord.
Yeah, that is that, and we haven't recorded for weeks, and this was left probably like weeks and weeks ago.
So maybe you read it or something.
And
I swear we talked about it on
I don't
the
think
air, but
so.
maybe we just dialogued it. Yeah,
maybe
probably.
so, maybe
Honestly.
offline. So, and I have a confession to make. That was weeks ago that I saw that. That was the last post that DaBearsRule left for us. And as the ongoing listeners might know, DaBearsRule likes to give us he likes to refresh his review.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as of recently, I don't know if you want to call it giving him shit, but just suggesting that, hey, if you want to open up other iTunes accounts so it stacks our reviews and makes us look more popular than we really are, hey, we're open to it. And hopefully it wasn't offensive, because as of right now, this moment, March 3rd, 2018, there are no DaBearsRules reviews on iTunes anymore.
No.
Gentlemen, did we look
no.
a review Gift Horse in the mouth?
Maybe you did.
You did this.
Have I alienated a friend of the show?
No, he's commented since then. What we didn't touch on is that when we were encouraging our listeners to basically help give us some ideas on their favorite moments, and there was a few, but the majority of our listeners said pretty much unanimously, my favorite, them saying their favorite parts of the podcast
When we talked about
when
them.
we talk about them. And DaBears was one of those that said that.
Well,
And,
that's good.
All right, well, he has since stripped us of his review.
It's not on there?
It's not on there.
It was removed.
He took it off.
Oh, no. DaBearsRule, we're so sorry. No, listen.
Well, look how much we're talking about you, DaBearsRule.
We see now where the power really lies. With our-
Aaron does like to focus on single listeners
Yeah,
and
let's
give
just-
them
let's
like.
just be
Remember when
clear.
you were like, Serge Bomba said that our episodes are the perfect length. We can't go over 25 minutes.
Well, yeah, let's just be clear.
It's all an audience
DaBears-
of one to me.
I love you. I love what you're doing. And
Of course
please,
we all
please
love
come
you.
back to us.
All right, last episode recap. We found out that Spike's exosuit somehow fits Daniel perfectly.
It's his old exosuit.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But Spike was a teenager on the show. He never would have had an exosuit.
Very good
that
point.
We also saw the Autobots disembark from the ship to start to collect materials to repair the ship. And that's where our last minute really ended. And so we kick off at the beginning of 4901, popping out from under heaps of trash are Caleb's favorite race of robotic rednecks.
I love them.
Yeah, these guys pop out of the garbage.
They're great looking, too. I love their color scheme.
I do really like the way the Junkions look.
Yeah, they're super awesome. I've got I believe, sorry, I'm turning away from the mic.
okay.
what is this? KFC.
Oh, yeah.
KFC Junkions. There's a Retgar and whatever this other guy is, and they're pretty awesome little guys. Well, little guys. I mean, they're pretty big guys, but they actually fall in line with the Junkeon gimmick. You can disassemble some of their parts
and put them together
and
differently.
put them back together. And actually, I want to transform the other guy into a bike so that Retgar's riding him, you know. But yeah,
hot.
you
Can
can
that
do
be
that.
done? Can that be done?
Yeah, they built them to do that. Yeah,
That's really
for
cool.
sure. They're pretty cool. So that's our shout out to Keith's Fantasy Club toys. Some of your toys are garbage, but those are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I remember you. Which one was it you hated?
Blitzwing.
Astro Train or Blitzwing?
Blitzwing.
That was it.
That's the
So
worst.
yeah, go ahead. I don't want to jump.
I
you're fine.
did a little research on because I never had really, I guess, read into who the Junkions are. But I basically all my research. Every time I say research, it's usually just the TF wiki that I'm looking up. But apparently, depending on the origin, they're descended from the Cybertronians, kind of like the Romulans and the Vulcans. And according to the secret files of Teletron 2, which
Secret
was a 1 to 2 minute segment that ran in 1986 at the end of some of the season 3 episodes, it was like a bonus, like, hey, here's some trivia.
From the secret files of Teletran 2.
Exactly, and it was
so secret
it
anymore.
said that they were a tribe of Autobots that dwells on the planet Junkeon.
Oh, I love those sequences. They would edit together some scenes from different different episodes
Yeah.
that had them in there and told a little story about them. Those were cool.
Which is interesting because if they are Autobots,
Where's the stamp?
but also they have red eyes, which traditionally Autobots have blue eyes.
Decepticon thing.
Are there any Autobots
Evolution.
that we know of that have red eyes?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, I think though that adds to their mystique.
They are mysterious.
And I've got some notes for the end of the episode, but we see immediately that they talk kind of funny. Mm-hmm. They got a weird mannerisms with their vocality.
This is pop culture-y.
Some vernacular. So they got some vernacular.
So in this one, which we'll break down a little bit later in the episode, stop thief, no welcome wagon, hello stranger with that good coffee flavor for you. And then you hear in the background a little, yeah, your money back. And offer expires
While you wait, operators are standing by.
So as the leader who we know as Retgar is speaking, there's tens of Junkions popping up from the rubble. They emerge. Some sort of cannon is there.
Some kind
sort
of
rusty
t-shirt garbage cannon.
I love it.
And they appear to be repairing it a little bit. There's some just a little
getting
bit
it,
of
eh?
maintenance. And are they preparing to use it on our Autobot pals?
Well, that's what that make you think that because look at
And he looks evil at this point.
At 4413 or 4913, yeah, Retgar has an evil sneer, and also they just apparently real late in the game decided to give him some lines here because his mouth does not move.
Yeah, yep. He that is an animation error. That's fun, very annoying, but
Oh, speaking of that, actually speaking of errors and stuff, I went looked up to see if I could find any information on Retgar's mouth not moving, like why they added it later, or if they felt like Eric Idle needed more lines or whatever. Couldn't find anything like that, but I did come across a movie. What was it? Like moviemistakes.com or something like that. Anyway, it wasn't a mistake page, but it was like a mistakes correction page where they're like, well, that's not really a mistake. Here's the reason why they did that. But here, let me just read this to you. Retgar's mouth doesn't move correctly when he says his first line. Correction. Retgar is a robot, so he has a voice synthesizer. He doesn't use his lips or tongue to create the
shut
sounds
up,
of his speech.
Christ.
And it's
Go to hell.
At that point, I'm like, huh. And then I read some more, and I'm like, oh, this guy's just an asshole. When Blaster deploys his cassettes, the two actual robots keep flashing colors from blue to black and back, which we saw in...
with
He's trying to justify
Soundwave.
the problems.
and at Blaster.
Yeah, and Blaster would eject and rewind to come out. But he says they're emerging from the shadows. When they're in their shadows, they just look black. And I'm like, oh, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I
What
would
a
say,
waste of time.
I know.
without dwelling on this too much, it's probably an afterthought to add something in there. They probably animated him looking devious,
Right.
and it still works just fine. I mean,
Yeah.
We'll let it go.
It's fine.
It's a second.
And technically, yeah, they don't, I guess, have to move their mouth, but they all do. So
I like how he has facial hair. Like I said,
yeah, it's cool.
hardcore Fu Manchu going on there.
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah,
Such a cool
I think
character.
obviously they're wanting to make the first impression that these things are potentially evil.
Yeah, there's some malice in there.
Yeah, but then it turns out not to be the case.
Now, when I first saw the movie, we've talked about this a couple times. As I'd already seen season 3, I didn't see the movie in the theater, so I already knew Retgar was a good guy.
Right.
But I remember liking the way they built up that this is potentially a side villain.
Yeah, I did too. None of us saw this in the theater, so we all kind of had an understanding a little deeper of what that was. But I don't remember thinking it was weird that I guess I just assumed that this was the first meeting. And also, I'd read comics, so I knew that good guys fight each other when they meet all the time and
Sure.
they become friends.
Right. So we're gonna fade now away from our friends on Junkeon to our friends on Quintessa. And we open up here at around 49:17 with a long shot of Cup and Hot Rod. They're on the beach. Hot Rod is repairing Cup. We see bright sparks and welding action being employed to put old shit piece back together again. The camera zooms in. We see Hot Rod kind of a open thigh situation, and he's just doing some welding.
And I paused and rewound it and tried to look, and I do think that like you said, Aaron, a couple episodes back, that it's another one of those ancillary tools where his hand goes into his forearm. And
Is it really?
I
didn't
think
even
so
notice that.
because you never see him put a tool down or anything. It's kind of hard to tell, but I do think it's on his hand. And and maybe this is like one of those standard tools because in the show, Ratchet does have that. It's
like they're all Boy Scouts and they all have
a multi-tool.
Swiss Army knives going on in there. So also one thing I'd point out is that when we open up on this scene, it is the exact same background as was used when we first were introduced to Quintessa back in minute 46. So they basically it opened up on this, and then it kind of went downward, or the camera moved downward to indicate that we're going into the water. But this was that same opening matte animation.
And it's what they walk out of as well.
It's okay.
So it worked. I mean, it's the continuity works.
You know what this reminds me of? This style is the Commander Mark Secret Cities.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
so
such
the listener,
a good show.
if you drew at all and happened to flip around on PBS, there was a show in the 80s, maybe early 90s, called Secret City, and it had Commander Mark. He had a slew of side characters.
I love those drawings.
But my favorite part of the show was the last part of he would do little drawing exercises and things like that. But the last maybe 10 minutes of the show, he would basically work on this mural that was the Secret City, and he would just, kind of stream of consciousness work it out. And this reminds me of some of and he had two characters. There was the Unibears, and there was another character,
which were basically bears with the unicorn horns.
Right.
And I used to draw those too because I watched that show and loved it so much. And I think he still does do web courses and stuff like that for kids.
He looked kind of a bigger boned Freddie Mercury.
To me, he looked like a cross between Mario and Bob Ross.
Yeah, I'll go with that. But anyway, that's what this reminds me of.
Anyway,
I think it's really cool.
Check it out. I'm sure there's stuff on YouTube. It was on PBS back in the day, and it was such a great show.
We'll put it on the website.
Yeah.
Commander Mark,
there
write
we
it
go.
down. So at any rate, Hot Rod's busting out his ratchet powers or his wheeljack powers, or I guess anybody can repair their buddy. And as he finishes up, Hot Rod's kind of that does it. Cup stands up, walks around, tests his new ratchets out, and he doesn't seem too pleased. In fact, I would say he becomes an old prick to Hot Rod at this point.
You left a piece out.
And Hot Rod disagrees, and he lets Cup know, hey, man, I didn't leave a piece out. You're just stiff. You're just stiff from the repairs. And Cup continues to test things out. He kind of pays Hot Rod a compliment and says, all things considered, you did an amazing job. There's sort of an Ike and Tina thing going on here.
Well...
I'm sorry, baby.
Made it. I'll never do it again. Well, that just is sad. It was a quick turnaround where he's the super fast, he's you of all the circuit blowing or circuit whatever that line, and then he says, all things considered, you did an amazing job, and I think maybe my script deviations may shed some light on the super fast flip that he does there.
Oh, interesting. I might think mine might as well.
All right.
We'll see where this goes.
And what if he just sounded like that all the time, where he's doing all the ratcheting stuff, and you hear the clicks and whirs? How insufferable would it be to be around him if he's just old and sounds like that because he's
I thought
decrepit?
those. By the way, those sound effects were great.
They are cool.
They sounded really good.
Sounds like my buzzer here.
Oh, here we go.
Caleb has treated us to some good old-fashioned 1920s humor with a hand buzzer.
My son, we were at real quick. We were at my son's in the Cub Scouts, and we were at a pancake fundraiser this morning, where the Cub Scouts serve people pancakes. Mm-hmm. And he had this joy buzzer with him, and so he was the whole time. But instead of like doing a shake of hand, he would just walk up to you and be like,
just put it on you?
Yeah, and finally had to confiscate it. Now I'm playing with it.
Well, it's fun.
Still our biggest seller. Had to work
Thanks for-
that in
yeah.
again. That was before the show.
Oh, Roger Rabbit, everybody. So Cup kind of reaffirms Hot Rod, and Hot Rod is pleased. Yeah, really? And Cup even admits that Hot Rod fixed a nasty burn in his rotator.
Mm-hmm. So fuck you.
And that really takes us to the end of the minute here, and I'm excited because the next minute, my favorite Hot Rod transformation is coming up.
Yeah, and it starts a little bit in this one, and goes into the second one, but it is yet another alternate transformation. He transforms in like 4 different ways in this show.
Well, I break it
this
down
movie.
next episode.
Oh.
I've got the crazy notes on it.
Oh, excellent.
But not to stifle you.
No. I don't have anything other than just knowing that. Even as a kid, I noticed that he's been transforming differently.
Right. Well, I think from this moment on, they kind of try to stick to this style, but we'll go into that next episode. I will say that before the minute ends, Cup recommends that they bust ass and go find the Dinobots. Mm-hmm. He turns into his truck. He burns out. Hot Rod starts his transformation. And that's where the minute officially
Were
ends.
the toys already made? I just don't know why they didn't make them transform like the toy.
Well, in the Hot Rod's case, not so much, because I was like, Hot Rod looks generally like his toy, like that.
Yeah.
Like they do a good job with that. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. In this situation, well, I'm saving it for next episode.
Okay.
I got more notes on it next episode. Guys, I've got a voice actor.
Yay!
Cool.
It's a little bit Eric Idle. We covered him back in episode number 4, going into we
The
covered
Wayback Machine.
a ton of
time
people.
ago.
From an article in the Onion AV Club, you'll recall that Eric Idle had generally positive vibes about this recording. To me, it's like, when you're a guy like Eric Idle, who at this time was probably he was an icon, they knew he had a crazy voice,
Sure.
knew he could pull up. He literally flew in on a Concorde, recorded it, and flew back. And
It is fresh in my mind from listening to that episode last week.
Everything's fresh. In there now.
So he had no idea what was going on. He didn't understand the lines at all. He's never seen the movie, at least up to the point of that article. But he got paid, so all's right in the world.
I doubt if maybe he never saw it, because he is on record as saying he doesn't watch things he's in because he doesn't like it.
That's true. But Mr. Idle was not the only person to voice Retgar, gentlemen. In the TV show, another gentleman took over,
Sure.
and that gentleman was an actor by the name of Tony Pope, and he was a Cleveland, Ohio native who was best known as the voice of Hasbro's popular Furby toy. So he did the voice
Lord.
in English and 5 other languages.
Wow.
That's how
Wow.
he made. I wonder how you, like, if you were the voice of an immensely popular toy. Hopefully you negotiate to
I
get
would think
royalties up front.
Yeah, one
on
would
that.
imagine.
Get some
I doubt
percentage
it.
of
You
sales.
probably don't get shit. You probably don't get a piece of the action on the back end.
I don't know. He also, according to Wikipedia, was the voice of Goofy for 15 years, so that actually probably paid his bills as well.
It seems like he
versus,
probably did all right.
versus the Furby, and he was he did Goofy in films such as Sport Goofy. He was also the voice of Goofy in, hey, we've already called back to this, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? We'll just bring that back. Lots of Disney.
Or a dog.
I think that was his line.
I think that's the line.
No, it was Goofy in that sequence where Eddie Valiant is falling from the sky. No, that was Mickey and Bugs.
Mickey and Bugs. Yep.
Yeah, I need to watch that movie again.
It's
That's such a
great. It's on
movie.
Netflix.
Classic. I've got it on Blu-ray as well.
And they're Goofy is. I mean, it's not this guy who voiced it, because in the theater they are watching a Goofy cartoon, but it's a cartoon that exists. So
That's right. So he did some Disney series, Spider-Man, Jetsons, lots of anime. This guy really was. He was in. Remember Big O on?
I love Big O.
So
Basically a Batman analog.
Cyborg 009, Samurai Girl, Real Bout High School, Vampire Princess Mayu, Gundam F91, and he was in Akira. As far as Transformers goes, he was one of the 3 actors to voice Alpha Trion, which is funny because 3...
Oh!
Trion. Along with John Stevenson, who voiced Cup, Thundercracker, Windcharger, Huffer, and Captain Murphy from C-Lab 2020. We covered him earlier.
Yep, we did.
And Corey Burton also did Alpha Trion. He's Spike, Brawn, Bumblebee. Or not Bumblebee, Shockwave. But he also voiced Incurata, who was a quintessence scientist from Season 3.
Oh.
Lippo, who was a clown from a children's... I don't know if you guys remember this this episode. A children's TV clown that was popular to the Junkions.
I have no memory of this.
Lippo the clown.
Oh my god. This is a John Wayne Gacy situation where he turns out to be a creep.
Yeah, exactly. I did not finish my research because you know how I like to do the whole is he alive or dead thing. I don't have notes on that. I don't know. Here, let's all find out together.
Okay.
Let's all find out together.
Let's think. Let's
We want to play
guess
bets?
first. All right.
I mean,
I'm gonna say dead.
I don't know.
I don't mean to be cold about it.
It seems like he did some mostly recent stuff, but he did do Goofy for 15 years.
I'm
so
gonna say he's alive.
I think
because his content is newer.
it is pretty new.
Is it though?
Well, Furby is the most recent one, I guess.
I guess Akira's
Although
pretty old now.
Big O
Akira's
is more
very old.
recent.
I think
He
dead.
is dead.
died in 2004. Yeah, Big O, I think, was broadcast on Adult Swim after.
Look
after
at his
its
cause
creation.
of death.
Leg surgery
complications.
So he died of a bad doctor. He died 3 days before Valentine's Day in 2000. What was it, 4?
2004.
He was all right. So
He was only 56.
All right. Well.
All right.
Well.
R.I.P.
Now things just got dark.
Tony Pope.
around here. And Tony Pope. Thank you for voicing Retgar and all the other work you did. I should not eulogize.
Yeah, it's just a half-ass, off-the-cuff eulogy for someone you just learned existed and then stopped existing.
Right. Okay, so discussion here. I've got a little breakdown on Junkeon speech. Do you mind if I go into this?
Let's do that.
Go for it.
I thought it was appropriate given the introduction of the characters. So I'd never been able to fully translate what we heard today until now. Look, it wasn't particularly that and your money back part because it's really subtly in the background. And in the 30th anniversary DVD, Flint Dilley noted that due to trademark laws and copyright infringement,
That was Norelco, right? On your money back.
so I've got notes on all this.
Shaves as close as a
We'll
blade.
We'll get.
I'm jumping in.
You're gonna
All right.
you're gonna get the full
I'm gonna
rundown,
get
buddy.
slapped in the face.
So all of their of course not. So all of their phrases they feel like things that you've actually heard, but they're actually not because they
tweaked?
had to shift it because they were worried about copyright infringement, and so they didn't really nail the pop culture speak in the way that they wanted to, but they felt like the end product was ultimately okay.
Do you think that's possible to sue for that?
Well, I think it depends on how modern your references are. So, in a sense, all of these references actually are very, very dated in a way that they are probably in the public domain. So, for example, no welcome wagon. So, welcome wagon is more of an idiom, but the welcome wagon, are you familiar with this? This is a company that was around since the 20s, and it was women that were hired to bring people, like whenever you moved into a new neighborhood, they would show up and bring you gifts. And basically,
We got a casserole bar.
the money-making operation was in that, like, I guess, probably ordering products to create these gift bags.
Here comes the welcome wagon.
Exactly. So, "Hello Stranger" was a 1963 R&B single by Barbara Lewis. So that's where that reference originates from. "Good Coffee Flavor for You" references vintage instant coffee ads from the mid-20s. So Maxwell House, Nescafe, all that kind of stuff. Or Your Money Back. So back to that was a marketing innovation of the 18th century.
Good Lord.
Yeah, created by Josiah Wedgwood, or at least he's credited for it, as applied
The
to a range of...
old-timiest name that's ever been.
Hey there, say I'm Josiah.
Oh, that is the
Wentworth.
20s
that's-
system.
yeah,
Damn
that's-
it. All right, let me try again.
I don't even know how to do a 17th century accent.
So anyway,
18th century.
but so that was a major, that was when U.S. mail order was a big deal. And so he invented that as a way to make, people are mail ordering things. How do you make them feel good about what they're doing? And they're not going to, or they don't get to see what they're buying.
That was back in
the solution.
the golden days of you could just commit crimes by fraud, and nobody could ever find you because there was no tracking
So
anybody.
that was highwaymen. You just come along and shoot someone.
Yeah, just take their
things and
stuff.
go.
This is mine now.
I hate this world.
I was watching Gangs of New York last night, and I'm like, oh man, what a garbage time to live. It's just private fire brigades looting people's houses
and murdering the Irish.
Sure. Minorities did not have a good time up until they're still doing pretty bad.
That's why their neighborhoods were so insular. I mean, they were.
Yeah,
You had to stick together.
That's essentially why one way the mafia thrived is they could prey on their own people
Right.
because their own people had to rely on them to basically protect
protection money. Yeah,
the outside world.
Humans are really doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
We've been great
we're better.
forever.
We're better, more or less.
So
Nobody. I'm happy to say that nobody has shaken down the Autopod Decepticast yet for protection money. No racketeering here.
I will say that that DaBearsRule by taking his review off iTunes.
Oh no!
He's
Don't say DaBearsRule is a racketeer. Now he's gonna leave a 1-star review.
Oh, so you fucking guys thought it was real funny to keep bringing up me bringing
DaBearsRule.
some fake iTunes accounts, huh? Hey, how about if I just delete all this fucking shit? How do you like that? All right? Go fuck yourself.
All right, I'm going to try and cruise my way through this. Offer expires while you wait. Operators are standing by. We've heard that a million times growing up. It's pretty much a trope inciting you to act immediately. But it's been around as long as the 40s, so it's been satirized during
whenever
the
you
40s.
create a sense of false urgency, that's how you get somebody to buy something if they don't want it, like timeshares.
Why is everybody looking at me? So ultimately, though, it's interesting that you don't hear that anymore because the phrase was changed because people determined that it actually had the opposite effect of getting people to act quickly, because the suggestion being that if people are just waiting around waiting to take calls, that nobody really wants the product. So basically,
That's interesting.
They changed. So nowadays, or you would hear them say, if lines are busy, keep trying.
I remember that. Or just maybe go online.
Yeah, you probably actually don't hear any of this
call.
anymore.
I have not. It's been so long since I saw a commercial because I haven't had cable for
Yeah.
years that I'm so I don't even know what modern advertising's like.
Yeah, I do watch them when on the rare occasion that my kids are actually watching programming instead of Netflix. Mm-hmm. And kids' cartoons these days are just really in your face. And the games out there now, like the family games. There's one now that it's like the whole premise is you lay out this board and put these piles of Play-Doh down, and you walk across it blindfold, and you don't try to step on them. And what you're supposed to do is it's like barefoot. You're trying to avoid stepping on doggy doo-doo.
Wow.
That's the game.
That seems like a company of people who are just constantly high. Like that is a real high thought for a game.
Anyway, continue.
Oh my god!
Find the name of the game.
You know what's great about the age your kids are is I don't even know why you have cable, because you can they'll watch the same thing over and over.
They do
forever.
They do. The game is called Doggy Doo.
That tracks. It all checks out, everybody.
Hey, keep it simple, stupid.
Kiss.
So, one other interesting thing I came up. Shout out to a tripod site that I can't believe still exists.
I saw this too.
That I've been going to it every minute because there's a lot of content on this site. It's called Transformers the Movie Bloopers. And it's an old tripod site, and it had something that I thought was really interesting. And Ryan, I'd be curious to see if you dispute this. But the question is, how far is Junkeon from Earth? Mm-hmm. And this site does some math to say that it's 45 light years from Earth, based on the fact that we've been broadcasting TV since the 40s, and there's some of the more recent cultural references are from the 60s, and if you do the math of the 60s to 2005, that means that they're 45 light years from Earth. So shout out to that tripod page. I don't know if you... my only thing about that is I don't understand. Like, I don't know if radio waves travel at the speed of light.
They do. They are
okay.
light.
Oh, they are light. Okay, gotcha. So then I guess that could make sense then, right?
It does, except that there was a study recently that apparently radio waves do really degrade over distance. So it's debatable whether or not any distant planets would even get it as anything understandable.
The previous
of just
thinking
garbled.
being that they just go on forever.
Yeah, that they go on forever in the farther.
But that probably assumes you don't have filters like asteroid belts or whatever, like things that it might bounce off of or interact with that might deaden the radio.
It could bend it, like, because it's light, so it can be bent by stars and stuff like that.
Solar wind as well.
But it does apparently, like, I don't know the numbers, but it's like arguable that it might not even get to Proxima Centauri in any understandable or translatable way.
How far away is Proxima Centauri?
4 light years. It's the closest star.
I did a cool model of a solar system for my Cub Scouts to kind of give them a sense of distance.
Did you put Cybertron in it?
I didn't. I should have. But I put Proxima Centauri in it. So essentially, the distance from the Earth to the Sun is 1 astronomical unit. That's 93 million miles. If you were to reduce that down, where an astronomical unit equals a foot, then the Earth is 1 foot away from the Sun.
Right.
And the inner planets are they're
tight.
Yeah. You get up to like the outer planets, and you're getting into like 19 feet, 20 feet.
Wow.
Pluto's like 39 feet. Proxima Centauri on the same.
By the way, Pluto not a planet.
Right.
Planetoid.
Proxima Centauri on the same scale. Just guess where it would be.
So a foot per astronomical unit. It's 4 light years away.
God, I couldn't even guess.
From here to the sun.
Like the real sun.
From here to our real sun.
It's not that far.
No.
Okay, what is it?
50 miles.
Jeez.
It'd be like Lebanon.
Wow, I overshot that one.
See, that's bad. That's a risk you take.
Way underdoing it. Yeah, most people way underdo it. Aaron went.
Like, how'd you build that model of the sun?
Aaron went for broke. He was like, I don't know, our real sun.
Yeah. Usually it's shocking. 50 miles is shocking enough, but I thought it would be like crazy shocking.
There is a proposed
stacking Oreos to the moon.
A proposed plan to send probes to Proxima Centauri. Like, basically they would be accelerated with lasers, but they'd be tiny probes, so you could accelerate them to a fair fraction of the speed of light, so they get there in like maybe 40 years.
Have you ever? Have you ever sent probes to Uranus?
Every fucking night.
He named his probes my fingers.
Voyager 1.
Why are we so obsessed with Proxima Centauri? Is it the closest
It's the
planet?
closest star.
Star.
And it does.
Okay.
I believe that they do theorize it has planets around. I think that's true.
That'd be something. So, Aaron,
All right.
sorry, we just
Oh no, that's great.
fact.
I love it. So, you know what it's time for?
Oh, it's time for
Hey everybody, time to go. Time for script deviations. Don't you know?
Is this a remix that we're doing?
So, it's been a while, so just a reminder for the listener, I'm going to do mine first here because mine
That's
tend to be
Aaron.
close in. This is Aaron speaking, which, by the way, I need to do that more often. Hey, everybody, this is Aaron speaking. And,
Before every sentence.
Yeah, that'd be really.
and I'm going to hit mine first because my script deviations are a little bit closer to what we see on screen, and Ryan's are super crazy, stupid, ridiculous. So I should note that at this part of my story in the script, the events are structured somewhat differently from what we see on screen. For example, the whole scene of Hot Rod and Cup on Quintessa, starting with Hot Rod falling from the sky, saving Cup, assembling him, bumping into the Alicons, universal greeting, capture, all that happens in one uncut set of sequences. But to align with what we see on screen, Cup does accuse Hot Rod of missing a part, and it sounds like you might have more on this as well. Hot Rod fumbles through some scrap and explains why those pieces can't be Cup's.
I have that too.
And Cup continues to insist a part is missing, which makes Hot Rod hang his head in shame. Cup feels bad for Hot Rod, tells him that all things considered, Hot Rod did an amazing job, which brightens his mood like it did on screen. They decide to go find the Dinobots, and when Cup transforms, The visual that we see on screen makes it evident that a fender is misplaced, which
Yes.
we don't see on screen, and that wheel is mounted improperly, so he wobbles and rides unevenly, and there's chugging and oil spewing out of him, to which Cup says... part of this is what we hear on screen, but he says, of all the circuit glitch diode blowing dim-wittery, I told you a pot was missing, so... That was the payoff on that. Was yours the exact same?
It's pretty much the same. Yeah, I'll just add a little bit of the funny details because, like you said, Aaron, that's why I think it's funny how some of the beats get into the final what we see on screen, but it doesn't make a ton of sense unless you.
Right.
Because it's a component of an original part that gets cut out. But yeah, that's why there's that immediate turnaround where he's trying to make him feel better. He feels more upset in the script. On the screen, he seems like he's like, come on.
Right. It feels like they really like the joke about leaving a piece out, and they just wanted to leave that in, to me anyway, and they just wanted to leave that in the movie, even if they didn't really have much to back it up.
Yeah. I mean, the next 2 minutes in the original script here is, or one of the early drafts, is super wordy on these next couple parts. I will say I'll read some of the things that are in the scrap metal parts lying at Cup's feet that didn't get put in. See, this wasn't yours. It's some kind of prehistoric ion cruncher, and this doohickey looks like a funky energon funnel.
Where did these parts come from?
I know.
You just pick them up along the seafloor?
In there. Yeah, so pretty much mine was basically the same thing, except there was one part that was different at the very end. Cup says, "We've got to go on, lad. We're still in one unit, more or less, and others are counting on us to follow through." And Hot Rod takes a beat and nods and says, "Right. So let's stop reminiscing and transform. We've got to find the dinos and get off this jerky little planet." So it's actually Hot Rod that says Cup's line in the script,
Right.
And I think that works better with making him start to become a leader.
He's taking control.
Yeah.
That's right. Love it.
I don't know why they flipped that, but whatever. Oh, one more thing up top. Hot Rod has completed the reassembly of Cup, who stands there impatiently, like a man being fitted for a suit he is going to hate. That's
Actually,
the strangest simile.
No, I like that a lot.
Why would you? It doesn't make it. I get it, but it's like it's very strange as to how that would ever happen.
But I can immediately picture. It's a weird analogy, but I
Sure.
can immediately picture how he's.
It's true. It was just so weird. Like it just made me laugh.
I'm gonna start to try to use that in my day to day.
Like a man being fitted for a suit he is going to hate.
I'm trying to break that down in my head. A person that's getting fitted for a suit wants to look good, and they're getting, and so they should be into the process for the most part. But then again, the process is tedious. But why would you get fitted for a suit that you're going to hate?
That's the
unless
part
it's
that's
like
confusing.
A wedding. Like I have a seersucker suit. I own a seersucker suit. I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to have to wear that. I got fitted. I like the suit, but as I'm spending money on it, the only reason I bought it is because I was in a wedding where everybody was wearing seersucker, so I had to do it, and I couldn't rent it. And so I didn't hate the suit. I think it's actually kind of cool, but I'm just like, when am I ever going to wear this again? So I hated it in that I was spending money on a suit that I'll probably never wear again. Is that sort of the idea we're
because,
going
like,
for? That's the best I can come
in
from.
my mind, I was thinking, like, are you just afraid to tell the tailor you hate this? Like, is it like a soup Nazi situation?
I'm just glad I don't have any really well-off friends that have made me wear seersucker suits.
That is the whitest thing you've ever said. We had to go
I
to
own
a
a
wedding.
seersucker suit.
No.
Hey, I'm ready for the Kentucky Derby. That's all I'm telling you guys.
Not that part.
I want to go to the
You
Kentucky
need
Derby.
to start finding reasons to wear it. Again.
I know.
Melody's gonna have to
exactly.
get a hat.
That's true.
Though the part where like you went to a function where everyone had to wear seersucker.
Yeah, he didn't.
But not everybody. The groomsmen were. I was
Got
an
it.
usher. The
Got it.
groomsmen wore seersucker, and I was a usher.
I wish I
and
knew some
it
Usher
made me-
songs so I could make up a joke there, but
Yeah.
I also wish that that Aaron, you and I were the same size so I could borrow your clothes because I would wear that shit all the time.
I actually, my suit game right at this moment is like on point. I've got the seersucker, which needs to be fit.
Is it on 10?
It's on. Are we there yet?
Yeah, you are now. You live on 10.
I got a nice gray wool suit. I got a navy. Basically, my suit game got up because I had to. Oh God, here you guys are gonna give me more shit.
Here it comes.
I had to buy a tuxedo for well, actually, Ryan has a tuxedo,
I
so
own
he
a
can't
tuxedo.
diss me for this.
But for what?
I'm now for a New Year's Eve party that I was
Same guy?
No, I would have rented a tuxedo, but it was Melody's former employers.
Ah,
I would have
yes.
rented a
A
tuxedo,
lot of,
except I didn't get around to it until literally New Year's Eve. And so
what's it like to buy a tux on New Year's Eve?
Well, the only place open, Men's Warehouse. I don't know how people feel.
Did you
about
like
that.
the way you look?
But they were awesome. Anyway, it was like a 2-for-1 deal. So I got a tux and a navy suit.
Nice.
They did all the fitting. It looks great. I don't know if Calvin Klein is a brand people care about nowadays, but my tux is Calvin Klein.
Marky Mark loves it.
Circa 1992. But
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna rent a tux, oh god, we've gone into some real,
Sorry.
like middle upper class white territory of like, yeah, if you're gonna rent a tux more than like 2 or 3 times, you might as well just buy one.
well, I've worn it. I've found at least one other excuse. I wore it to Melody and I went to Herman last weekend. We did a murder mystery party, and my character was a millionaire bachelor, and so I tuxed up for that.
I have found, whenever she worked at her former job, like they did a lot of charity stuff, and so we had a tux for that. And then I found I went to a charity event for Expedia where I work also. And so I'm like, I love wearing tuxedos.
Yeah.
You love wearing suits.
I do.
You have a tie on.
Ryan
right
is
now.
wearing a tie and button-up collared shirt.
Ryan's
Ryan
true.
doesn't dress down
No, he
in
doesn't.
general,
No, he
unless
doesn't.
he's working in the garden. And even in the garden, he's wearing like polos and khakis.
Just
him, that's yard work
He has
clothes.
his garden tux.
That's right. It's cutoffs, but it is a tuxedo.
kind of broken in and worn
I did.
down.
West for Christmas did get me a real bow tie, so I'm having to learn how to tie an actual tie.
I've got a
bow
couple,
tie.
but I don't know how to tie.
It's
them.
not as easy as tying a tie.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah. So everybody
Is this relatable to anyone and all?
Well, honestly, it's not a bad idea to own a tux. Buy a tux.
Oh God.
Well, when I bought it, Melody was going to be doing more fundraising
Yeah.
type of things. And
Yeah.
so my thought was, first of all, I had no choice if I wanted to wear a tux that evening. And then second of all, I thought it's not that bad of an investment.
Hey, the
considering all
listeners
the
got to
stuff.
see us in that tux on the
That's
episode
right.
picture.
Yeah,
that
we were at a charity event on behalf
All
of my
3 of us.
wife at that point in time. All right, moving away from our fashion. Gosh, guys, a lot of stuff happened this episode. New characters. It feels like it's time for the. We can.
I'm the ghost of the iconic moment.
People love that iconic moment.
They do. There's a lot of love for that. I mean,
I don't know if they love how we do it. They just love the character of the ghost.
They do.
of the iconic
Specifically,
moments.
they loved the ghost's experience on the Christmas.
Yeah,
episode.
Mike.
Mike Seibert,
Mike
shout
Seibert,
out!
yeah.
Shout out to
He
Mike Seibert.
loved-
Thank you for
So that was-
talking about that and
Absolutely.
playing that at length.
That was some improv gold that all just came together.
It was great.
That was
Your
not
part
scripted.
was
It was
all of our
not
favorite.
scripted.
I forced my wife to listen to that.
Oh,
New
Always
Year's Eve
good when you
episode.
force someone to listen to like see how funny.
Well, I played all of our little parts on the Christmas episode, and she liked Caleb's the best naturally.
Of course.
And she said that the reason that your segment was the best is the way that you owned it. Like everything was for all the rest of us was center, and whatever. We decided what we were going to do like 5 minutes before we came in the room.
Yeah.
But
We don't have to
you
go-
owned it in a way that, but no, she was right though in that like you created, you world build.
He was the ghost of the iconic
He was a
moment.
world builder.
So I was.
There were a lot of details. Yeah, making him a sad guy who works at fucking TJ Maxx. It's a genius.
I'm a method.
Spencer's gift cards.
I'm a method guy.
I'm like, I need another Green Day T-shirt.
Boy, I tell you what,
that's my favorite
I
line
was,
in the whole
I was
piece.
surprised in myself that I was like, well, I pulled that one out.
You rocked it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
and that
rocked it.
is on our clip show as well. And at some point, I will put up a log of if you want to just go listen to certain parts of that show. I'll put up the timestamp of where it is and what episode.
Oh, don't
it's in.
hurt yourself, Ryan.
I'm not doing it today.
Okay, so what is Caleb? I'm gonna start with you because I feel like you should have iconic.
Well, I
moments.
mean, obviously, I've been looking for the Junkions forever. So
Yeah.
my iconic moment is Retgar's sneering look. I mean, with him talk like ventriloquism talk.
Why
only
do you
thing
like the Junkeons so much?
I like the way they look. I think that I think beyond their aesthetic though, I'm intrigued by another band of Transformers that are neither Decepticon or Autobots.
And they're tribal.
Yeah, I just like it expanded the universe bigger, and I like the idea of these this third party option. You know,
To me, they have kind of a
The
samurai,
original third party.
like almost a samurai
they're
quality.
I guess they're kind of like the libertarians of the
The Green Party.
yeah.
They are recycling.
Yeah, that's true. I liked them because because they're funny. They're cool looking, and they were in this weird zone of neither being Autobot or Decepticon, and that really engaged me for some reason.
Love it. All you need is a universal greeting to get them on your side.
I also love the
know, what
bikes
could that be?
they turn into with the spiked wheels. Are just really
super
cool.
badass.
Yeah, so
They're like
these things
barbarian
are the KFC
The rubber.
toys are very cool. Like it's a little bit of a pain in the ass because I'm always now that one's stuck in there. Those spikes, all the spikes come out. All like the chest
shit.
piece comes off. I think the head comes off. Like you can like flip. So allegedly this company was going to release like several models of the Junkions, but these are the only two they've actually come out with, and these are probably a year old. But
what was your iconic moment?
oh, I don't think there's anything else to say other than what you just said.
I will put a rubber stamp on that. I'll say a runner-up was of all the circuit glitch, dial blowing, dim-wittery, you left a piece out.
Yeah,
I did laugh at that part.
It's
as a
fun to
kid.
watch
I
him
remember
walk
thinking that was
around and like
cute.
do his like calisthenic kind of, or like
Next time on the Autobot Decepticast.
Well, we're gonna learn one of the most iconic entries into the Transformers canon, the universal greeting, gentlemen. We don't know it now, but we're gonna learn it, and we're also gonna learn that some robotic cultures just don't believe in reciprocation. So, thanks for listening, everybody. Please listen to the show. Tell your friends. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and TuneIn. Follow us on social media. We're on that Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of them at APodDcast.
Mostly Twitter.
Mostly Twitter.
but more presence lately on Facebook.
Okay, Caleb has been up in the Facebook game because he doesn't have an actual Facebook presence.
I got
so
rid
he's
of it.
getting.
You don't need to.
He's getting his rocks off at the
I feel
Autobot
like it's kind of
Decepticons.
circling the drain at this point.
And of course, there's our web presence at autopoddecepticast.com. It sounds like we're going to talk about Commander Mark.
Commander Mark, absolutely.
I don't know what else we got
can't-
going on.
Well, I always make notes whenever I edit it as to what I'm going to put on the page. So yeah, check that out.
iTunes users, please rate, subscribe. DaBears, we love you.
Come on back, buddy.
We miss you.
Please.
Talk to you later.
We are the saddest podcast since ever been.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, bye, bye. We were looking at like different places around the I don't. She was looking at black-owned businesses, and I'm like, "There's one. Oh yeah, we have one in town."
Cross town. So cross town.
And then I remembered that local commercial, which is when you're feeling hungry, there's just one thing to do: go across the city for the best barbecue. Thick and juicy ribs, the fresh cut fries, barbecue beans. You can't believe your eyes. Super home cooking that's made just for you. Whenever you get hungry, come to Crosstown Barbecue.
I like he throws like a.
He throws a potato
and then it lands on the people's places at French
as
fries.
French fries. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was a.
It's been a long time since I've thought about that.
It's still there.
Are you gonna make another drink?
Yeah.
Can you make one for me?
Okay.
Is this bottle almost out?
No,
It is.
Yeah, you've been pounding it.
Is that your first glass?
No, I've added more. I'm going to Branson tonight. My mom's birthday's today. She's turning 70. So she's
She
taking.
looks so good. Wow. I don't mean that like a. I don't mean it like that.
The family's.
I don't mean it like that.
Family,
Your family holds it together. How old's your dad?
He's turning 68 in 2 weeks.
He looks great too.
So yeah, we do all right. They live healthy, and they don't drink, and they exercise, and they eat well, and
They go to church.
yeah, they pray to God to give the paternal life in youth, and people are surprised that people don't think I look 40. Usually at work, I'm like, cool.
Right.
But I'm worried that I'm going to wake up one day and like it'll all catch.
Your face will be shredded.
It'll just all catch up.
But by the time your face is shredded, it'll be shredded in the way that a normal 40-year-old looks like, and then you'll be okay.
True. When you say shredded, I imagine it's all muscular and stuff. It's all cut in a weird way.
I mean, cut but with wrinkles.
Right, but those are their muscles somehow. Like I exercise
They're
my
working out.
forehead muscles.
Your wrinkles are getting worse with every expression. I might make a drink too.
Watch yourself.
Why don't I do this?
Are you gonna? Well, if you start now, be careful. Might not stop.
Well, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go over to Ruby and Doran's later tonight. What do you got going? Oh, you're going to Branson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Ruby and Doran's and.
And do what? Be cool.
They said they're playing games. I'm just lonely.
That's
My
cool.
wife's been gone all week.
I'm jealous.
I'll go to Branson with you. You're jealous.
I'm never lonely. There's always somebody there.